Darnis is a spectre of the place it once was. The fertile plains have long since been swallowed up by the Dar, the mysterious and constantly shifting desert. The river Nis is the lifeblood of the land, and whilst it runs, the land on either side continues to sustain life. Darnis is an annex of the kingdom of Thoragar, which stretches east, past the Hazarian mountains, into the lush basin of the Dudron, before meeting the rocky halls of Tradridra and Vatet. To the west lies miles of wasteland, where only those crazy or cold-blooded enough to survive in the fiery Artlandler. The south is naught but sea, but merchant ships do occasionally sail in from distant exotic shores, of which only books and stories tell. They normally leave Darnis disappointed with what they find. To the north, once the Nis turns around, the road is rocky and barren, and only the mysterious Mara society go on willingly. You all find yourselves in the port town of Niston, where you are hoping that the eve of the clan meetings in Midnis will provide you with opportunities. Darnis is a poor and simple area. When those from outside come to be part of the Midnis clan's festival, there is far more coin to go around. And so it seems, as docked in the port are 3 handsome galleys. 2 appear to be bereft of crew, but the other one, there are 3 well-dressed merchants struggling under the weight of their cargo as they attempt to load up a cart. And here you find yourselves on the dock, all for your own reasons. What would you like to do?
We're just outside on the dock.
Yeah, you've all approached from different directions onto the dock, where it's a bright sunny day. There are all these 3 ships, and there are these people, humans, trying to use whatever muscle they can gather to lift their bags, their boxes, into one cart. You can see one of them talking to one of the people on the docks, seems to be arguing with him.
Does it look like it would be easy enough to offer to help somebody carry something?
Yeah, you think that you could approach.
All right, I'll try that. That's no mo.
I'll do that too.
John, could you describe who these 3 people are who have walked over to the boat?
Sure, so they're well dressed. They have a fine attire, and they seem to be trying to orchestrate things. These other 4 are much rougher looking, and they've got plenty of muscles.
Okay. But could you describe Dan, Terry and Finn? Who they are, who've just gone over?
Would you like to describe yourselves?
I guess if you imagine a stereotypical fat monk, I'm him, but maybe 20 years younger and more cowardly looking.
Okay. I'm a smug-looking dark elf. I just sat on the side, shaking my head disdainfully now and again.
Sorry, that was Ralph?
No, Ben.
Ben, okay.
You can't really see much of my character. She's wearing kind of heavy robes and seems to have a bit of a kind of sort of a hunchback and a very large nose under the hood. That's what you can see, but so far, not much detail.
Sorry, who was the last person?
That was Ralph.
That was Ralph. Hunchback?
Under very heavy robes, yeah.
Okay. So, Finn, you want to go first? Go ahead, Finn.
I'm a wizard. I have a criminal background.
Okay. Physically, how do you look?
He's a lizard.
A wizard.
A wizard.
A wizard or a lizard?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
My eyes are green. I have black hair. I'm a human.
Okay.
And I'm 5'7".
And
Cool.
Terry is a wood elf, badly scarred, especially on one side of my face, and really just wearing simple robes and carrying a spear ready at hand.
So Finn, you're not wandering across to help, but Terry and Dan are?
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear a grunt of thanks from the person nearest to you as you pick up the box. It is surprisingly heavy, but do you want to take your time on it, or do you want to just...
I'm going to take my sweet time.
Take your sweet time, okay. You do that, no problem. You can see the person who's just turned around in disgust from his argument and has looked at you and goes, well, at least someone pulls their weight around here. Very good, yes. Carry on. That's good to see. And he goes, and he goes, why don't you see if we can gather some help along the way? Why don't you? A person in a white turban goes, listen here. We are in need of assistance. If we can use labor to escort this equipment safely to the festival, we'd be much obliged.
When you say much obliged, do you mean you're going to give us some money?
Well, we'll accommodate you, I'm sure. A few coin.
I see. And what is this equipment that you're carrying?
Things for the festival, merchandise.
Which festival?
The Midness Festival. Surely you know it.
Midness is the name of the town we're in, right?
Midness is the town further north.
Right, yeah.
My master is seeking assistance in moving the cargo and protecting the cargo along this road.
Well, if there's a few coin involved, I might offer my assistance for a short time. My name is Hector, by the way.
He always got these weird names, Ben.
This is named after the Arsenal right back.
Oh, brilliant. Well done.
He goes, okay, and what do you do, Hector? What's your use?
My use? Well, at the moment I am carrying merchandise around and protecting it. Not great use, really, but, here we are.
Well, I suppose we'll have to do. Anyone else?
My character steps forward and kind of nods, trying to look inconspicuous while still helpful.
He brings out a parchment, scribbles something on it, and says, "And what's your name?"
Icky?
Icky. Ugh.
Icky.
And he goes, "Oh, and what's your purpose? What's your use to this mission?"
I can fight.
Ah, fighter. Icky, you're in. Anyone else?
I'm gorgeous and I have muscles.
Is it Flash?
Actually,
I'll help you carry your wares.
Actually, Rob, your character isn't there yet.
All right.
Anyone else?
I'll do it.
He looks you up and down. Thin thing. What's your use?
I can carry stuff.
Manual labor.
That is what
Okay.
you're asking us to do, isn't it? Carry stuff?
Yes, you're in. What's your name?
Oryx.
Oryx. Very good, Oryx. Manual labor, Oryx. And Hector, I don't know what Hector does yet. Unknown.
I've told you already once that I will carry things and maybe help protect stuff if I'm in the mood.
Manual labor. So anyone else? Fighters would be nice.
Well, I could help.
Looks you up and down. Trying to lose some weight, are we? What's your name?
Pebble.
Pebble. What do you do, Pebble? How can you help us?
Well, I'm very good at detecting danger in advance.
Pebble is the scout.
But from the middle of the party, normally.
He looks at you strangely. Right.
Scouting astral projection.
Scribble something down. What did your character say, Rob?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
She's trying to hide in her cloak basically from everyone.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, no, Mo.
Ah, here's a likely-looking fellow. What's your name?
Nomo.
Nomo. What can you do?
Manual labor.
My God, there's no fighters in this place at all.
You did say you wanted manual labor. This is what you asked.
Well,
If you wanted jugglers, you should have asked for jugglers. Yeah. It sounds to me like you're looking for someone with brains that can run this place, really.
well, I was hoping for...
Then let's talk. I will happily take over. If you're
No.
too simple to manage it.
I think we have use for you. He throws you 2 coins and says, we've had trouble trying to locate a second horse and cart.
A horse and cart?
Yes, we only have the one. It's not enough. If we don't locate another horse and cart, you'll have to be running next to it. It won't do at all.
Very well. I'll bring a couple back for you. I wander off in a random direction.
Okay.
I can fight too.
Ah. Manual labor / fighter. You don't look very strong. Are you sure?
Yeah.
By all means, if anything happens, I'm sure I can count on you. Ben, your character.
He's wandering off in a random direction looking for a horse and cart.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Ooh, I think that's something.
You do see a horse tethered outside someone's house.
I go over there, casually look around, get my knife out, and untether the horse and steal it.
Why
Okay.
do things the easy way when you can do them the hard way,
Roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh. Yep, you cut it quickly. It's loose. How do you take the horse?
I lead it saying soothing things like, "Come on now."
Roll an animal handling check.
Cool.
Okay.
I like that.
You try and drag the horse away, but the horse starts resisting. Doesn't seem to want to go with you.
I start talking to it condescendingly.
Okay.
Come on now. You're a very silly horse, I know, but this is the way you're supposed to go.
Okay, it starts whinnying.
Is this something that we're close enough to notice, or not?
I expect so. Perception.
Okay.
Or anyone.
Anyone, yeah. Okay, yeah, Terry, you can hear the horse around the corner.
I'll go and try to find, try to help, just knowing that I have some animal handling ability better than people.
Okay, you run around the corner, and in front of this house is it's this dark elf insulting this horse, who doesn't seem best pleased about it.
Harry, what's your character's name again?
Nomo.
Nemo. I seem to have come across a very stupid horse indeed. Won't obey me.
I'll say, let me have a go at it.
Gah.
Okay, you can hear some movement from inside at this point. Animal handling. Okay, it's not very happy and resists you and tries to kick at you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Finn wants to know if he could try.
Okay, it kicks at you with its hoof, sort of rears up and kicks at you with its hoof. What's your armor?
19. 19.
It just shings off your armor. At this point, the black-haired wizard runs around the corner. What do you do, Oryx?
I try to get the horse to follow me
Okay, how are you going to do that?
by walking up to it and taking it with me.
Okay, I'm going to give you a minus to this because, well, a disadvantage to this roll because it's already anxious.
Because Ben's an order.
Yeah, so we'll use both of the dice. If you can find it on your sheet, animal handling skill.
Yeah, and we roll it once or twice?
Just roll it and it will come up with two rolls.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
got it. That's what the second one is for. All right,
Wow,
Okay.
wow.
look at that.
All right. It takes its legs back on all fours, and it's watching you carefully. At this point, you can hear the door opening. What do you want to do? Anyone?
I turn my head to the door. and fold my arms and shake my head disdainfully.
I ready my crossbow.
Okay.
I say, wait, not yet. I'm going to go and try and talk to this person.
What do you want to do, Oryx? Are you going to keep your crossbow ready?
I'll keep my crossbow up.
Okay. You can see a grizzled older man looking out, a woman behind him, just slightly shorter. He goes, "What are you doing?"
I go up to him and point at him, saying, "Is this your horse?
Yes, it is.
You leave your horse untethered to attack passers-by. You're a disgrace of a man. You should be ashamed."
Okay, I'll give you a choice. Either roll deception or intimidation, Ben. So you're doing a bit of both there.
I'll do deception.
Okay. Oh, God.
Nice.
His cheeks flush. And he goes, I did not know. Is anybody hurt?
Yes. My friends are both badly hurt, and they need compensation. They need medicine. What have you got?
Of course.
Silly man.
I shall get some. If you want some medicine, I can get some medicine.
Get some medicine.
Oh, right. Wait a moment, and he runs inside.
I lower my crossbow.
Okay. About 60 seconds later, comes out again carrying a vial with what looks to be some sort of oil.
I take the oil and pocket it. And I say, "I'm afraid we're going to have to take this horse. It's clearly unsafe to be left around the place, and you are an unsafe handler. Be grateful we don't take this any further."
He shakes his head a moment and looks at you and goes, "By whose command?"
"By the command of Hector Nyrana. I'm going to be here tomorrow with some papers explaining what else you're going to need to do about this incident."
Okay, deception check, I think. He seems to be quite humble at this point, and he bows his head and he goes, I
"Tomorrow."
of course, yes, I shall
shake
be
my head
here.
disdainfully and walk off, beckoning the others.
You're
to take the horse
horrible,
and
Ben.
follow me.
Okay, and you.
I'll say we still need a cart.
I look at you disdainfully and say, shake my head and say, one thing at a time.
All right.
Okay, is someone going to try and take the horse then?
I think Finn's going to do the best.
I'll take it.
of that.
Okay, roll, Finn, but you have an advantage because you started calming the horse down.
Oh.
Okay. You can see the man watching through his window as you very, very slowly edge away from his house, trying to take control of his horse. But yes, you have a horse.
What can we name the horse?
Nice.
Well, it seems to like you best, so I think you should name it.
Loki.
Nice.
Lucky the horse. All right. What are you guys doing?
Take the horse back to our employers.
Yep, he looks at you and you can see him physically rolling his eyes and he says, "This is no good. It is good for a scout, but it is not good for taking all this merchandise."
I roll my eyes back and say, "Dear man, you did not specify. You just asked for a horse, which we have brought you.
I asked for a horse and cart.
You did not ask for a horse and cart. You just asked for a horse."
Look, I hold the coin here. Go and get me a cart.
I shall need some more money for a cart.
He scribbles on his parchment. Noted. And he then he gives you 2 coin.
Okay, so right then, let's go. And walk off in another random direction.
John, I'm going to stay offloading things from the boat.
Okay.
I might try and infer which of them seem the most valuable by asking various questions to the man in charge, like, let me put the most important ones down first. Which ones should I pick down first? Things like that.
Nice. Okay, yep. Do an investigation check.
How many people?
There's 4 people helping out. Well, in fact, there's 3. One of them stormed off as part of the argument.
Okay, I did an investigation check. Would you mind if I try to do it in a way that allows me to use persuasion or perception? I'm trying to get things from him socially.
Yeah, that's fine. At this point, you're kind of playing Tetris with the remains of the space. Oh, is that your role, perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, at this point, they seem preoccupied of just getting things in the right order. If you want to sort of make mention of how you try and get the information out of them, we can.
Sure. I'll just try and things like, right. Now I guess you like the most important things at the back. So where shall I start? Things like that.
The one thing you can hear at one point is you have a small yellow one, and he goes, "Give that one carefully to me. We'll put this one over here by the soft stuff." He says.
Great. Okay. Yellow one.
So who's looking for a card? What's everyone else doing?
I'm just following Hector around.
I'm awkwardly helping pack boxes
Are you still keeping yourself covered up?
as much as I can. If anyone looks at me particularly intently, I might try and kind of move away from them. But yeah,
They seem quite preoccupied at this point, so you're not too worried about behaving. And Oryx?
I'm still holding on to the horse.
Ah, very good. Okay. So, Hector and Nomo. So you go in a different
So, my
direction?
good fellow, have you seen any horse and carts? Well, any carts anywhere?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I was following you because you look like you're smart.
Well, looks can be deceptive, my friend. So, you haven't seen any carts anywhere?
No, shouldn't we ask somebody from around here?
Let's go on. Ask someone and see if you can find out where a cart could be.
There were a few people around the outside of the square when you were lifting things and talking, so...
Well, we'll ask them.
The nearest one is a middle-aged woman with thin grey hair, arms folded, looking on.
I'll give her my nicest Scarface smile and ask her if she knows of any farms nearby where they might have horse and cart, preferably a big horse.
She says, there are some farms a bit further along. You could try one of them. But I thought that there's a transport store within the town.
Oh,
And she points you in a direction.
should we try that, Hector?
Oh, we can wander across. Yes.
All right.
Okay. You see, in the direction she pointed, there's a wider street a little further along. And there are 3 rather open stores. On the outside of one of them, you do see a donkey.
Would donkey work too?
A donkey? Potentially you could. So do you want to go in there?
Yeah, we'll go in there.
Okay, with inside you can see one very weary-looking horse and a mastiff. And there's this person there who seems to be polishing some leather.
Hector, you want to do the talking?
Ah, my good fellow, my good fellow. Rumor has it that you may have a horse and cart for sale.
The man insulted me. I have no reason to sell.
Well, perhaps we could do something for you that would encourage you to let us have the horse and cart.
So you're saying you are working for him?
I'm saying no such thing. But this horse and cart must have a price, my good man. And we have something that I know very well you badly need.
He looks you up and down. Very well. Maybe you are of some assistance. You and your friend, maybe they can get something for me. He beckons you into the back room.
I'll go.
I will follow.
You can hear seagulls behind a further door which he opens. And he gets to the edge, and all you can see in the background is sea. And he looks down, and he beckons to you through again. And he goes, I've had my eye on those there flowers. They're very rare, you know. I've had my eye on them for a while, but I haven't had the opportunity to go down myself, he says. And he points downwards.
How far away are they?
Behind this door is a cliff face. And down the cliff face you can see a ledge, probably about 40 feet down.
Are we right on the edge of the cliff?
You're on the edge of the cliff.
Is he there as well?
He is, but he's not on the actual edge. But yeah.
I cannot see these flowers. Well, which flowers do you mean?
I think that's probably a deception.
Okay.
He takes a step away and he goes, you want your filthy cart, then you will go and get them. He goes in.
Sorry, I'll get it. I'll go down.
Yeah, he smiles and he throws you some rope. He says, if you can get me those flowers, I'll get you a cart.
Okay.
And horse.
And horse, right?
You said nothing about a horse.
We said very clearly that we needed a horse and cart, my simple friend.
He grins. Well, there are some flowers a little to the left as well.
Okay, I'll go get them. 2 sets of flowers for horse and cart.
Good fellow. Let me know if you need me. I lie back and...
Does it look like using this rope would be a good idea, or just...
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
You think that it looks strong enough. Hasn't been used too often.
Okay. I'll ask Hector to hang on to the rope.
Very well. Very well.
And we'll lash it to anything that's close by, so I'm not just relying on Hector.
Okay, I tie it to anything I can find.
Okay. There appears to be a loose piece of wood which is sticking out. May have been a foundation to something. That's just outside of the building. Or you can look around for anything else if you want.
Sure. I'll look around.
Okay, perception check. That piece of wood looks as good as anything else you can see.
All right, I'll try that.
All right. Okay, and Hector, what are you doing while this is going on?
I'm sat down by the rope with one hand loosely on it and not really paying very much attention. I say, well, give me a shout if you need me.
Okay. Nomo, describe to me how you start.
Well, I'm going to look at the cliff face just to see how it is for basic rock climbing.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty dexterous.
Mm-hmm.
But, so maybe use the rope more as a safety so that if I fall, it'll slow me down rather than rely on it too much.
Okay. Are you holding it in your hands?
I'm going to tie it around my my waist and ask Hector to lower me down or just keep it from getting too tight or too slack.
Okay, I try and do this.
Okay. And as you go down, I want you to roll an athletics check with advantage. Okay. You start lowering yourself down and you're making good progress. There's a bit of a wind, but you're keeping close to the edge. Do one more athletics check with advantage.
Uh-oh.
A bit further down, you thought there was a foothold, but the rock below your feet crumbles, and you have to counterbalance it. Make a dexterity saving throw. You maintain grip on it, and you can carry on going down. So after breathing in deeply, you're back in control, and you make it to the first platform where the flowers are.
Okay.
So what are you doing with them?
I didn't think this far ahead. I'm going to try and dig them out as best I can with my dagger. And I guess, is there something I can tuck them into in my robes?
You'd have some sort of belt, something to hold your robes in the waist area. So if you want to use that in any way, you can maybe tuck it in there.
Yeah, if I have to, I'll cut off a piece of my robe and make a little bundle to put the root ball in.
What are you doing with the rope?
Yeah, it's good. I'm kind of relying on it to hold my weight while I use both hands to get the flowers out gingerly.
Yeah, can you give me a sleight of hand check?
Okay.
Okay, it's kind of clumsy. You're struggling with it, and with that, you're sort of pulling at the rope as you try not to lose your grip. If you want, you can take more risk and really get hold of the flowers, or do you want to continue to do it as you are?
I'm going to grab onto the rope with one hand.
Okay.
Put my dagger away, and just as best I can grab onto the base of the flowers and rip as much root as I can up with it.
That's good. Give me a pure strength check. Okay. It takes a little bit, but you grab them and you have these flowers in your hand, almost all of them. It's quite a tidy job. So
Okay. And what about the other bat?
there's a smaller ledge, about the same number of flowers.
I'll do my best to get in position and get those ones. Same thing, just grab with one hand. Get as much of them out as I can.
Okay. The way that the rope is currently, it's not directly down, so you couldn't maneuver yourself. I mean, it's out of your reach.
Okay. How hard would it be for me to climb up to that spot?
You could do it without the rope, but climbing-wise, you couldn't do it with the rope.
Would that mean if he fell, it would just take a long time before the rope got tight?
Well, because he's got it tied to his waist.
He'd have to untie it?
No. You could probably keep it on, but it would be up to you to use your physical skills to climb over there, if that's what you were planning to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do.
Okay, so this is pure athletics. This is you climbing across a cliff face.
Okay. All right, here we go.
You start off well, and you give yourself a moment to get your courage up. You're moving across, but then a seagull comes and drifts by a little too close for comfort, and you lose your balance. Make a dexterity save. All right. Okay, so you lose your grip and you start to fall. Now, Ben, you're watching this, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So as this happens, tell me what you're doing.
I brace myself to, support him as he falls.
Okay, as it does this, I'm going to make a quick roll.
Cheese roll, please.
Very good, very good. Okay, it holds. Take 1d4 damage as you go against the cliff face. Okay, you take 1 damage. So currently you're just dangling at the bottom. Your weight seems to be held in place by this wooden post, and you've got Hector watching on.
I'm going to try.
I shake my head disdainfully.
I'll shout up. You're some help, and I'm going to try and just climb back up. Forget the second flowers.
Just give me a quick athletics check.
Sorry to the rest of the group to be taking so much time with this flower collecting.
It takes you a little while, but exhausted, you get back at the top.
All right.
Okay, so you have your flowers.
Are they the same kind of flowers as the second bunch?
They were the same kind of flowers.
Yeah, I'm going to rip this bunch into 2 root balls as best I can.
Okay.
And then give them to Hector.
I say, well, thank you, darling. You shouldn't have.
I'll say, tell them we got both of them.
Okay. I take them to the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he's in there. He's still dusting off his leather saddles. He looks at you.
I bow patronisingly and hand him the flowers and say, "There you are, my sweet."
He appraises them. And he looks up and down and he goes, "Are you sure this is all of them?"
I almost died getting them. You can go look if you want.
And he thinks for a moment and starts to make his way towards the back.
I follow him.
Yeah, me too.
He leans over to look at the ledges and he says, "But the flowers are still there. No horse for you."
I push him over the edge.
Yeah, I've got my spear ready too.
Okay. It's an attack. Roll an attack. Yep, it's the first one. So it's 18 attack, which will beat his AC. So you do physically touch him. And you're going to use that to push him over?
Well, yeah, I guess I was just holding on to him while Ben's stabbing him.
So you're assisting. He's surprised. So roll a strength check with a +2 assist. And I'll give this guy disadvantage on his... Wow.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
It's natural 20. Yep, he goes hurtling over the edge. You can hear him calling out as he waves his arms, looks up in horror, and then fury, and then horror again, as he then slams into the water below.
I see. Right then. And search his house as well as taking the horse and cart.
Okay.
Is he visible in the water? I'm going to watch.
He disappears, comes up again in about 5 seconds later, being dragged by large waves.
I say, right, what an unpleasant fellow.
Yes.
Searching the place, you find the donkey outside. There is a unhealthy-looking horse inside, and a mastiff, which is a large dog. Apart from that, there are a number of saddles, and if you want to go any further than that, then give me a perception roll. So you find what appears to be a loose floorboard near the front, and within there you uncover 2 gems and 10 GP.
I try and pocket the 10 GP and throw one of the gems to Nomu.
I'll go for that.
Okay, very good. Is there anything else you're doing in there, or you heading back?
No, that's all we can find then. Take all the saddles, all the horses and the cart, and or
Is there a
try
cart?
to.
Yeah, there is a cart, yeah, and it's in good condition.
And
All right.
yeah, try and guide the horses back to you.
I'll say that with time you manage to get them back.
Okay.
Okay. By the time you get back, 5 staff just aimlessly waiting for something to do. As soon as the cart arrives, the dockyard workers start putting things in. And, the turbaned man looks pleased. And he says, "Well, so you are useful."
It was a little more expensive than we planned. I will need some more money. I had to take some out of my personal reserves.
He scribbles on his parchment and goes, "I will keep it in mind."
I could, of course, take my horse and cart elsewhere if...
Listen, we will. On the other side, there will be plenty of coin for those who successfully make the mission. But I suspect we'll be needed to leave soon.
That might be for the best.
He comes out with the well-tunicked person and says, "Excellent. Once we're ready to go, we'll go straight away. I've had enough of this town."
Me too.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone wants to do before you set off?
Could I cast my Find Familiar spell?
Ah, yeah. Yes, you can.
It takes an hour to cast,
Ah.
but, you know, you do that. This is 1 hour.
If it takes an hour to cast, you think there may be time on the road. The rich merchants, they're in the front cart with, well, one person they set up in the dockyard with. There's room for 4 of you in the back cart, and there's room for 1 of you in the front cart.
I call back cart.
I'll go back part 2.
I'm going the back cart.
Back cart. Is that everyone?
I don't think Pevel said anything yet.
I said I'd like to get in the front cart, please.
Oh, well,
Oh, perfect.
there we go. You set off. As you go up the hill and following the river, The road slowly becomes more rural. You can see farmers working in the fields. Is there anything you want to be doing whilst you're travelling?
I'll cast my
Talking
find
to them,
familiar spell now.
trying,
Okay, yep.
I'll try and sleep.
I'd like to talk to them and make conversation with them, and in doing so, try and extract things about where they're from and why they wanted so many guards.
Yeah. Yeah, Finn, after about an hour, as you're outside of the town itself, it's a bit more dusty. You're still all following the river, but the belt or the narrow band of green is thinner along here. You can see the desert called the Dar around you. But you managed to complete your spell. As you start completing the spell, you're picturing in your mind the familiar that you are willing to appear. What are you picturing?
Well, if it was a seahorse, could it be out of water?
Not for long.
Okay. Then a
A
weasel.
dragon!
The
Then a
smallest.
weasel.
A weasel?
Might be quite a cool familiar.
Okay. Then suddenly from around one of the bags, there's movement. And this weasel suddenly shyly looks around.
Someone's surely to kill it.
You're probably all a bit surprised about this.
Yeah.
That this weasel's been just is crawling around in the same cart as you.
I nonchalantly pull out my dagger.
I'll tell him that's part of my call familiar spell, and that to not kill it.
Not kill it? Oh, fair enough.
You're casting a spell. I thought you were just mumbling for an hour.
I thought you were asleep.
Okay. You can see the animal starts stroking its head against the side of you, Oryx. And it seems very comfortable being by you.
Thank you.
Okay. A little further along this narrow band, you can see everyone roll a perception check.
19.
Okay, Hector. You can see something running at speed on the other side of the water.
I said, look, there's something running at speed. He pointed it.
It appears to be a humanoid. And as it approaches the water, it appears to... Well, what do you do, Rob? You-
Offer a go for a swim.
Okay. He seems to be in some quite urgent rush, and he gets to the water and just jumps straight in. Roll an athletics check.
I'm trying to do 1d20 plus 5.
Okay.
You would type /roll, and then you space d20 plus 5.
Dude, I can't even press delete.
Do you want someone to put it in for you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
1d20 plus 5.
Oh, beautiful. Like a salmon. He leaps in and moments later at the other side and still running. He's running in front, almost not seeing the carts as the driver has to pull the horses back. Rob, you see them and you are momentarily distracted. What do you do?
What's the weather like?
Nice.
Nice, okay.
What does Rob look
rather
like?
Scantily clad, rather tall, rippling with muscles. And, sorry, John, am I looking for orcs or something, or...?
You are pursuing an orc trail.
I say, excuse me, can we help you with
Have you
anything?
seen any orcs? Little buggers.
No.
There's some tracks here. You seen any or not?
No, they're probably at the end of the tracks.
Oh, all right. Bye then.
Why are you pursuing the orcs, my good fellow?
I hate orcs.
Why don't you ignore them if you hate them? I thought find that much easier.
They're my sworn enemy. Can't stand them others.
Very well, very well.
I have to kill them. Here, you're a dark elf.
Yes, yes.
I'll throw something at him.
I try and catch it.
What, by Warhammer?
You're very welcome to make a range attack.
Yes. 1d10 plus 5.
What's the to hit?
Oh, plus 5.
14.
Misses.
Oh, behave, really?
Just
Sorry.
misses.
The
I said, really?
drow!
I shake my head disdainfully and close the door of the carriage.
Cart, not carriage.
Yeah.
There are no doors.
Okay, I step back in the cart and say, we may have some trouble here, my friends. There's some mad human.
There are many orcs around here.
There's hundreds of them. Look at the tracks.
What was that?
What was that?
Is that the
Hundreds
orcs?
of orcs, by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
You see the person at the front who stands up and says, I think... Be alert, but we should probably move on.
Well, be very alert. There's a crowd there.
Maybe this brave adventurer should come with us.
We keep throwing warhammers at me. I'm not sure he should at all.
Would you mind stopping throwing the warhammers?
Well, by the looks of it, I need to practice. It missed.
I'm keeping this. And I put his warhammer in my backpack.
Well, I'm going to go and retrieve it. I'll leap up onto the cart. Give me my warhammer.
I bring out the warhammer and say, look, do you promise not to throw this at anyone again apart from orcs?
Well, do you promise not to slit our throats?
I mumble something.
He's a wizard. Hit him.
I'm not a wizard.
Are you going to slit our throats?
Well, I'm not going to slit your throats.
You're a dark elf. You're evil.
Well, yeah.
Right. Give me my warhammer back and I won't hit you.
I seem to be thinking, and after about 10 seconds I give it back and look at Rob warily.
And also admiringly.
I'm not a gay evil dark elf.
You can't admire, does it?
Someone else who looks at you warily, Rob, is one of the Tunic's people from the front with a white turban, comes over to you and says, so you're a fighter, I assume?
Yeah, don't do manual labour.
Yeah.
Very, very well. And your fellow manual labourers, you approve?
Well, he says he's a fighter, but he's not very good at throwing warhammers from what I've seen. But
Oh, let me have another go.
You say there are orcs further up?
Hundreds of them, yes.
I will scribble your name on as well, then. You may be of some use. What is your name?
My name?
Yes.
Long Vernal.
And how long... No, never mind.
Yeah, you're not one of them types, are you? Yes, Long Vernal. I'm from the north. From a barbarian tribe. The clan of Badnoch.
I didn't get it until you said it. Very well. There's just enough space in the background for you. Let us proceed.
Walk. That's right.
He looks surprised.
Believe me, I can walk 1,000 miles. I can walk 1,000 more. Just to be that man to walk. Well, you know how it goes.
I do not. And you proceed.
Have I got my warhammer back?
Yeah.
Okay, further up the line, you can see the merchants at the front talking to themselves, discussing a few things. As the sun is coming down, well, I don't know. I'm not sure we can make it.
How far are we?
There is an inn, but we are at least 2 hours away, and it is already getting dark. We should
Or we're
either.
going to have to sleep in the dark.
This is not what I had in mind at all.
But we can build a fire, then it won't be dark.
Is that wise? Will that not attract anything?
Well, I hope so. Then I can hit him.
If it's only 2 hours, why don't we just try to travel in the dark?
You must be more experienced in this land. Can we safely go another 2 hours in this light? Do we have any lights?
I make 5 little lights appear and dance around.
Oh my god! You anger me.
I turn them off. You must be terrified when you see the stars, my friend.
No, I'm terrified of magic wielding drows.
Would it help if I said I was a wood elf with a tan?
Oh, well, that's much better. Yes.
They seem encouraged by this, Hector, and you're summoned to the front.
So I was quite happy at the back, actually.
You must guide us.
I sit at the back and I send the lights to the front, but I don't perhaps show any intention of getting further forward myself.
Okay.
And I look like I'm asleep.
Okay, as you go further forward, the pace slower because of the darkness.
Can I get out and walk in front and look as best I can? With my elf vision, I'll try and be stealthy as well.
I'll light a torch. Sorry.
Yes, you have a torch, you have Ben's light spell as well.
Oh,
And you have Nomo at the front, using his elf vision. You can start to hear the chorus of the evening creatures. I'd like you to all make perception rolls. Nomo, make a perception roll with advantage.
Great. I can see nothing.
15. Number gets 19.
Oh.
Okay.
13. There we go.
Nomo, you think you saw something across the water from where you were, like a sudden movement.
Okay. Can I try to stealthily move towards it?
Yep, you can stealthily move towards it.
Do you want me to roll stealth?
Yes. Okay, as you change your direction, you can hear the swish as something comes across the water. At this point, I'm going to roll something. Okay. And across the water. Oh. Okay, you can hear some swishing. Nomo, your AC?
19.
Okay, it misses.
Bloody hell.
The merchant at the front. Wow. Yep, takes an arrow to the chest. The person next to him also takes an arrow, 8 damage, and falls. You also hear some movement near to you. Is anyone else at the front?
I am. This is Dan.
I guess
Okay.
I'm at the back. Away from the drow.
Yeah, okay. Dan, something lumbers out from the side and hacks at you. And misses you. But it's unmistakably a large orc. Okay, roll initiatives.
I like
21, 8 for Oryx. And initiative. Okay. Hector, you're up.
I'm sit straight upright, draw my rapier, and look around and to see what I can see.
Okay, what's your vision like?
I'm dark elf. I have to get dark vision and stuff. I'm good in the dark.
You can see what looks like an orc attacking Pebble on the left-hand side of the front cart. You can see 3 creatures across the water, just ahead of the cart, and another lumbering character is coming up in the same direction as the first orc.
Okay. Cast darkness on the 3 figures across the water.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with the range of it or anything, so I'm not.
Oh, I can look it up.
Yes, please.
It's 60 feet.
Yep, that should just about do it.
Okay.
Is there any movement? You want to do any movement?
No, I think with getting up and having a look around and draw my rapier, that's probably.
Oh, you drew your rapier as well? Okay. Who's next? Pebble.
I'm going to shout, goblins! And I'll do a disengage action, but I want to move away from the orc and end my round jumping off the right-hand back side of the carts. But as I do so, I'd like to pick up the yellow thing that seemed to be important earlier on.
Okay, then do a the
Sleight of hand.
sleight of hand, please. Yes.
Right.
You actually do manage to grab it, and as you come off the cart, give me a quick acrobatics check
All right.
to see how you land.
There are.
Oh man. Yep. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your sleight of hand. So I was looking at a different thing. That's horrible.
Damn it.
No, you yeah,
Fumble it, that's-
yeah, you completely fumble it, and just manage to catch yourself as you go tumbling over a cart, but you manage to land, and you're not prone.
Okay, but I don't have the thing.
You don't have the thing. Okay. Next is Icky.
So I stand up. What can I see?
What sight do you have, Icky?
I have normal. I don't have dark vision or anything.
Okay, by the light at the front, you can see the orc on the left-hand side of the cart. Otherwise, you can't make out too much. You know that there were some arrows that came from the right. And you know that your colleague cast a spell on it, and it's even darker than it was before.
Okay. In which case, I throw off my robes, revealing myself to be a effectively bird woman.
Oh, wow!
I have the head of a hawk and wings and stuff.
Amazing.
So how far away is the orc?
The orc's about 25 feet away.
Okay, so I jump off fly off my cart down to it and drop kick it in the face. Don't hit, so hey.
Oh, that did look very cool, though. All right. Next up, I believe it is Nomo. And did someone get a 13 as well?
I did, yes.
In that case, it's you, Long Vernal. I'm looking at you, Long Vernal.
What the hell was that?
I shouted goblins at you, Rob.
No, that bird thing. Oh, I don't know. It's not a goblin. I'm thinking aloud. Right, attack the orc.
Yep, the one ahead of you.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, you're already on the ground, so go ahead and move and attack.
Is it quite far, or
Yeah, it's about 25 feet away.
I'll leap over and hit it with my hammer?
Okay.
So 1d20 plus 5. Okay. Roll. Ah, 9.
That won't be enough.
Ah,
I'm just having a
hammer's
look.
rubbish.
Nomo.
Okay, I'm going to. Well, is there somebody close to me, or am I using a ranged attack?
It's right next to you. It's about a 5 foot.
Okay, I'll attack it with my spear.
Okay. 15 is not enough.
No.
So as you do it, it swerves its body and then turns to face you. So in the distance, there are some arrows that come your way. This is with disadvantage because of the darkness.
Well, good thing these are disadvantage.
Yep. Okay, so they both go flying over, and they don't hit anyone. There is some movement though. In the meantime, the orc who's turned to face Nomo goes in, throws its maul, and what's your AC?
19.
Nope, no good. The next one ambles up and heads straight to you, Longvernal. I'm happy to take a check on this, but is there a drop weapon in version 5?
I'm not sure. I'll have a look. I think it might just be fail. Yeah, it misses.
Okay. Yeah, so he almost throws himself to the ground. So intent was he to attack the barbarian. There's obviously something about you, Longvernal.
I just checked. Looks like when I use a simple attack, I get a unarmed strike as a bonus action. So do I wait till the end of the turn, or?
Oh, no, you can do that. Are you using both hands for the weapon, or just is it a one-handed weapon?
It can be one-handed.
Okay, yep, sounds good.
Okay, and I'm not sure I've got it set up, but I think I have. I think it's melee 2. Yeah, unarmed strike.
Nice. Yeah. So you suck it to him in the face. The orc staggers back, shakes himself, takes 6 damage. Okay, that's their turn. So Oryx, go for it.
Will it be okay if I use my short bow in the dark? Or, I mean, my crossbow in the dark?
You can do. What's your eyesight like?
Human.
Human? Then you'll just have disadvantage.
Okay. I'll aim for the orc closest to Nomo.
Nice.
Yep, nice hit. Takes 7 damage, and it just stumbles back, lifeless, to the ground.
Nice work.
Cool.
Good job. Do you want to do any movement?
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Hector, over to you.
Where's the nearest orc to me?
The nearest orc is next to Longvernal, so it's right at the front. It's approximately 25 feet from you.
Okay, I'll move up to that and hit it and move back a little bit afterwards.
Are you still in the cart?
I get out of the cart to do it.
Okay, then you can. I'd say that with your movement, you can just about get to it, just about make a swing.
Okay. I swung well.
Oh, nice with a crit. So,
Incidentally,
yeah.
the light's still out in front. It's a concentration thing, so they would go out by now.
Okay, thank you. That is impressive. You felled the orc in one single go, Ben.
Whoa. Nice.
If I can do a little twirl and look across to Longvernal, saying, "That's how you do it."
Like Hulk did to Thor in Avengers, I'm going to do a side punch.
On your turn, you will.
I will. All right.
Okay, Pebble. You
Well, I'm going to climb back onto the cart and go and find that yellow thing, pick it up, and then, well, I guess you're due to get how much time I have left, John. It's a small cart. But I either duck down in the cart or jump back off the cart.
I think that's fine. I just want to see how clumsy you are. So roll a climb check to get back in the cart, first of all.
That's it.
Oh, beautiful. Yep. You loop back into the cart, grab the yellow thing, and then what do you want to do? You want to jump back out again?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, you've done that. Eki.
So both of the orcs are down,
Yes.
and I can't see the goblins on the side.
You think you can see some movement from that side, just to
Alright,
the
can I-
side of the darkness.
Okay, I will fly over there. How far away do I think it is?
To the river, it's probably about 10 feet. Across the river, it's another 15, so it's about 30 feet.
Okay, yeah, I will fly over and see if I can see something to hit.
Okay. As you get down, you can see a goblin, the arrow in the bow, just getting ready to fire, and then it looks up and it sees a bird woman coming towards it.
Cool. I will swoop down and punch it in the face. Hopefully. And wait, no, that was 24. Excellent.
Nice. Okay. Yep. You swoop down, take it to the face. It was just not expecting that, and it looks hurt as it spits out a tooth, snarls at you. Okay. It's their turn.
Oh wait, hang on. Oh yeah, I can do that as well. Yeah, I make another attack, which I can do as a bonus action, but it misses.
Yeah, its armor's more than that. On the goblin's turn, it snarls and just re-aims and fires straight at you, which is a disadvantage because of the distance it's on. There we go. 8. Okay. You can see from behind it 2 other goblins emerge. One just has enough to look up and fires as well at the nearest target, which is yourself. So, but no, they are startled to all sorts of degrees, and no hit. Long Vernal.
Yes.
First of all, did you want to do a side punch?
Yes, absolutely. So it's just plus strength, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gazooks.
Nothing happened there.
No, I don't think anything happened there. Also, on your turn, you can see something coming towards you.
What across the river?
No, and ahead of you.
Ooh.
There appear to be 2 figures.
Oh, I've still got the torch in my other hand. I'll throw that towards them.
You're gonna throw a torch at them.
Yeah. And
Okay.
also to see what it is as well.
Okay, it's a ranged attack.
Okay. I guess plus 3 then as well. Oh, there, 23.
Have that. Perfectly placed.
Amazing. What were you aiming for exactly?
Just at the 2 lumbering figures coming towards me.
Okay, it actually hits one of the lumbering figures. And is there a thing to see if it alights or not? I think it's probably a reflex save. Oh, sorry, a dexterity save on the creature. So.
Ooh.
Okay, it just gets out of the way a little bit, still hits it, and you can see in the firelight two orcs. These ones look a bit larger, a bit bulkier, growling.
Right. Excellent. I will square up to them.
Okay, cool. Okay, and it is Nomo's turn.
Do I have anybody around me still? A spear?
You can see from the firelight just thrown that there are 2 orcs ahead of you. And across the water there are some goblins.
I'll go for the ones nearby. Do I need to make a move as part of my action, or?
Yeah, you would, unless you're using a ranged weapon.
No, I'll go in with. I'll make a move. Can I also make an attack, or just a move?
You can do both.
Yep, go for it. You can make an attack.
Okay. I think I missed.
Yeah. Nothing happens.
All right.
Okay.
I'm assuming no bonus attack because I moved. Is that how that works?
I think so. Okay, Oryx, you can go first.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Which is the closest orc or goblin near me?
Where are you now?
I'm still in the second.
The nearest ones to you are the goblins across the water.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go with my crossbow again.
Yeah, go for it. $12? Okay. That won't hit.
Is it okay if I do move too?
Yeah, where do you want to move to?
I'm just gonna move like close to the water.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so you're already next turn. Okay, the two orcs. One faces up to you, Nomo.
Okay.
Okay. His attack is this roll plus 2.
Okay.
Still only 11. The other one looks Longvernal straight in the eyes and just lets out this huge guttural roar and then charges you. Just got completely carried away, and just sort of thuds into your sides, doing no damage at all. Okay, that's their turn. Back to the front.
Step to the side of it and do a sneaky attack on it.
Wow.
So I get an extra d6. How do I roll a d6?
Just do a
Slash space roll space d6.
It's /roll d6.
yeah. You couldn't get any more points. That's incredible. You've taken it down.
Okay. And then I wink at Longvernal.
All right, Pebble.
What I'd like to do, John, is firstly, I think at least one of those merchants got shot. Is that right?
Yeah, one of the merchants is down.
Yeah. I'd like to pickpocket him. Rufus in Moral Inferno. And then I'd like to hide.
Okay. How are you going to do it? You're going to any subtlety in this, or
Yeah, complete subtlety.
okay, sleight of hand.
There you go.
Yep. They're far too preoccupied with all the drama that's going on around to worry about the corpse next to him, and you pickpocket him. And I'll tell you what we've got next time.
Fine. And then I like to hide, so away from the cart somewhere.
Yeah,
Until
yeah.
it's all blown over.
No problem.
Right.
All right, Icky.
Punch Goblin.
Yep. Go for it.
Cool. Does that hit?
It certainly does, and you do maximum damage, and you take out the goblin.
Nice. And as my bonus action, I'm going to do another attack on the next goblin.
Yep. There's 2 left, so go for it.
Okay.
18 and 6 damage. Okay, it looks badly hurt. You heard a crack as you hit him in the head, but it's just standing. It is Longvernal.
I guess one of the orcs that I threw the torch at, I'll have a swing at one of those.
Yep, there's one orc left. He isn't hurt. Go for it.
Right, 19.
19 hits.
That's how you do it, elf.
If only he was here. Yeah.
And then it's plus 5 damage. Right. 9 damage.
Nice. It snarls at you, but it's unmistakably in pain. Okay, and this in pain orc is next to you, Nomo.
Okay. And is he attacking or is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay. We'll spear him.
15 won't do it.
Okay. Can I do my my bonus?
Yep,
There you go.
that will do it. Wow. In slow motion, you just uppercut him and he just falls back lifeless to the floor. Fantastic. There are no orcs left. There are 2 goblins left and they're going to focus their efforts on you. Icky. This one gets disadvantage. 14.
Miss.
And then this one can have a normal attack. 10. Okay, nothing happens there. Oryx.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with my crossbow again
Yeah.
for either of the goblins.
10. No, not quite. Just skims off its shoulder. Do you have any bonus actions you can use?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Just misses. Essentially, Icky, it's over to you.
Okay.
11 won't do it.
Yeah. So I'll use her bonus to make another attack.
Yeah. He was already on his last legs, and that's just taking him out. He's failed. He will make one final desperate attempt against you. Nope. A disadvantage won't hit you. Oryx, there's one left.
I'll shoot it with my crossbow again.
13. Yep.
Good job.
It takes it. 6 damage. It drops its weapon. And just it looks really haggard. And I'm going to say, Icky, if you want to finish him off.
Yeah, let's do it.
No problem. Yep. And the danger appears to be over.
Yay!
All right, guys. That's probably a good place to leave it.
Right. Well, that's good. I think we're starting to get the hang of the interface, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah. No, thank you for that.
No, and thanks. It's all very well organized.
Cool. I will. I'll be in touch to try and organise the next session and see when people are available.
Excellent.
But thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
And you have a good night.
Okay, bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
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 Bye.